A brand new post from Savannah Guthrie overnight as her family marks 6 months since the tragic disappearance of her mother, Nancy. That Instagram message posted just hours ago reads in part, "We will always be hoping and praying and believing in the best of our world in spite of circumstance. This is what our faith makes possible. Please bring her home." It came on the heels of 2 released ransom notes with stunning details about her capture. With that, let's bring in retired FBI supervisory special agent and Fox News contributor James Gagliano. James, good morning. Thank you for joining us. So we have these 2 ransom letters, and the content couldn't be more different. Let me just read them, a part of them, so you can make sense of it. The first one, we will be holding her for a maximum of 7 days. You will need to send Bitcoin in the amount of $4 million before 5 p.m. on Thursday, the 5th. If payment is not received, the ransom will be increased to $6 million, which will need to be paid by 5 p.m. on Monday, the 9th. If payment is not received by the last deadline on Monday, the 9th at 5 p.m., she will be killed. Then the second one says, Guthrie family, we did not fully grasp the seriousness of her physical condition. We never intended to hurt her. That was not our intention. She perished shortly after she was taken. We want your family to know this and hope you all can find peace. We are truly sorry. What are we to make of these 2 ransom notes?
Yeah, Griff, it's hard to believe it's been 6 months since both of us were out there on the ground in Tucson, Arizona, and we're still at this impasse. And look, regarding the notes, I'm gonna make two points here, and I'll make them quickly. The first one is this: having lived and worked in Mexico City and understanding artificial intelligence a little bit, you look at these notes and you read the cadence and the structure. It really seems like somebody ran it through AI, meaning they wrote a note in another language, possibly Spanish, and then ran it through AI. Why? They use USD for United States dollars. We do that south of the border to differentiate from the Mexican peso, which is trading at like 17 times less than $1. That's the first point. The second point is Savannah's statements, which indicate that at least a partial ransom has been paid. What did she say the other night? And I'll read it in her taped plea. We have done our part. We've done our part. And I know you've been trying to do things the right way. The Guthrie family believes that several of these notes are real, including the 2 that you just read. But this is interesting. Now that we see them, it does lead things again back to the southern border, 60 miles away from the Catalina Hills, where Nancy Guthrie disappeared from.
You know, and you're right. We were there in the very beginning, and we watched Sheriff Nanos handling this case. He spoke to Fox Digital. Here's a little bit of what he said. Listen.
We look at it and go, okay, can we eliminate these people from what we have in front of us, the evidence, the DNA, the whatever, the videos. And so that elimination happens. But it's like any case criminal. Because you're eliminated doesn't mean you didn't do it. They're ruled out for now, but what if somebody comes up and says, hey, this guy said such and such, such and such, that he did that. And it's one of the guys we looked back in the past.
What do you make of the status of the evidence?
Yeah, I think what the sheriff is speaking to is last week we understood that they found a human hair at Nancy Guthrie's residence. Now, when people have been saying on TV, and I've seen this, and they go, well, there was no DNA pulled from that. And that's wrong. Mitochondrial DNA can be pulled off of the root follicle or the shaft of the hair itself, but they don't have a match, meaning what they did is they went to everyone that had been in Mrs. Guthrie's house, and they basically compared it to see, hey, was this yours or not? So it's exclusionary. And second of all, they ran the DNA off the hair through CODIS, the combined DNA index system, as well as genealogical DNA, and didn't get a match. They'll hang on to it. If they get a suspect, they will then match that suspect's DNA to the hair. That could be the margin of victory down the road.
Well, and hopefully, and you and I went and talked with some of the DNA people out there months ago. Hopefully they will get something that will give them that clue we kept waiting for, whether it's, as you really eloquently laid out, sort of single source DNA or the mixed DNA. Hopefully a break comes for this poor family. James Gagliano, thank you for getting up early and walking us through it. Great insight as always, my friend.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.